All right, weigh in for the day. Tomorrow exactly 3 weeks, 22 days left to the show. And today is my weigh in for the week. Let's see what we got. Yeah. 92.6. Now today what I want to talk about, touch on, is paradigm. Most people think their problem is their weight. Their weight is not the problem. It's changing their paradigm. And I'll talk about that after we get finished working out. Okay, 22 days out. Tomorrow's exactly 3 weeks from the show, and I'm 192. My projection for next Friday should be around 187, 188, somewhere around there. And by show day, I expect to be probably 178, 179. So it's ambitious goals, but hey, I'm an ambitious guy. This is what I want to discuss this time, today, was changing your paradigm. I mentioned that a little earlier, and I'm going to elaborate on that. So many of us, or my clients and people that first sign with me, clients now, they kind of like, they understand me after I explain myself. Over a period of time, they understand how I think, how I function, and how things work. So many of us in society, especially in America, we think our problem is on the outside, and the problem is not on the outside. The problem is on the inside. And I'm talking about as far as weight loss, anything, because truth is universal. You know, truth is truth. So what I mean by that is, for example, if I see a person overweight, or you see a person overweight, they think they have a weight problem. Well, no. You have more than just a weight problem. The problem is not just your weight. Your problem is going on in the inside, how you think, and what's going on in your spirit. And the manifestation of what's going on is your weight, or is your physical appearance, not necessarily your physical appearance. And we deal with, in society, we deal with the appearance, we deal with the physical part of it as the issue, and try to either cut it off, starve it off, or whatever, freeze it off, and thinking that's dealing with the problem. No, it's dealing with the symptoms. It's not dealing with the cause. You have to change our paradigm for anything else to change. So for something to change in my life, I have to change what goes on in my spirit and in my mind. I got to change what I think. So what paradigm means is it's a certain structure. It's a certain pattern it's not rigid. It can vary depending on the situation, because the thing about truth, or the thing about in mathematics, saying that the fastest way to get from point A to point B is a straight line, but that's not true in real life, because life is not linear. Life is not linear. Life, you have to, when you hop in your car and you go to the store, you don't drive a straight line, because you're gonna run into something. You're gonna make a right here, a left there. You're gonna go over a couple of bridges. So life is like that. You're gonna have to deviate between certain points in life. For example, when I started out with the keto diet, my mind was just to keep my body in ketosis, not necessarily doing the keto diet itself, because it's not rigid. I knew something was gonna have to change. It's just knowing what and when the time comes. So that's what I mean by paradigm. I still kept the same pattern. I still kept the same process, but some things had to be tweaked here and there to get where I need to go. And that result today is losing 42 pounds, 43 pounds, somewhere in there. So changing your paradigm is what you have to do. Changing your thought process. That's what I mean. You got to change the way you think. You got to change you got to change your belief system, or nothing else will change. So remember, guys, change the paradigm. change the way you think about working out, change the way you think about eating, change the way you think about the health and wellness in general. Because unless you change from the inside, the outside will never change. And if it does change, it's going to be temporary. Because I've had so many people, friends, well, not a lot, but two of them think of, that actually had weight loss surgery. And if you want to go that route, that's fine. But I know two of them that actually gained the weight right back, stretched the stomach right back out. Why would that happen? You lost over 200 pounds. Your stomach, when they got done with you, was the size of an acorn or a walnut. And how can you stretch it back out to a big balloon size of a watermelon again? That's because nothing changed in the inside. That was outside only. And until you change that, nothing else would change. And it's only going to bring complications in your life. So, guys, change your paradigm, change your thought process, change your belief system. And that's what I typically help my clients do. It's not just the physical part of it. The physical part take care of itself. It's the mental and spiritual part of it that's first. And then we worry about the physical, because that's going to fall in line. Anyway, 192, still chugging along. Next weekend, 187, 188. That's my goal. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, for following me this far. The keto diet does work. It's doing wonders, but I did manipulate things. Some people will hit a plateau, some people won't. It all depends on the person. So, anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later.